Hi, welcome to the shop. My name is Heiko. Today I want to show you how to build a plain everything device to flatten surfaces like this with some nice features you might haven't seen before, so stay tuned. For the construction I had material laying around in the shop. This very big piece of laminated plywood will help. This will be the base plate, and on this will slide the router. But even if this is very stiff, very thick, it is not stiff enough. As you can see, if I apply a little bit pressure, it will bend. So to prevent it from bending here, we will add this plywood pieces as a fence. So now it looks much better, and this will give the stability that is needed for this kind of operation. Let's jump right into it. Next step will be the cutout for the router bit, where the router bit is traveling through. To make that, you have to know what kind of router bit you want to use. I want to use a bigger one, this one, so that means that I need a bigger cutout here. With a bigger cutout you lose stability as well, but I think it is okay because I use very stiff material itself. The construction is very solid, so I will go that way. On the ends of the slat you want to maintain as much material as possible. So I placed the router, marked the middle, and then I go with the biggest router bit I have, and I leave a little bit more room, so this will be my cutout. And then I go that way. So for the cutout itself, there are many ways. You can do it with a jigsaw, you can do it with a router, or I will use a circular saw to cut out this, or to make this cutout. Yeah, let's go. Okay, we have the fence ready now. Router fits in. That's good. I left a little bit play. I can remove that. That's not a problem. How I made these rails left and right, I will explain later. For now, I want to focus on the dust extraction. As we remove really a lot of material from the workpiece, I really want to catch as much as I can so that the whole stuff is not laying in the shop. You never know how big the workpiece or the distance between workpiece and fence will be during the process, so it is hard to come down here with a good dust extraction, and it is not good to, you know, move it with both hands or something. I don't want to do that. So the idea is, and I have a big cutout here, to make a part that is traveling with the router, left or right, doesn't matter. I want to do it for both sides, on what the vacuum can easily connect to the router base, so that everything is traveling with the router during the process. This is what I want to do now. Yeah, let's build it. Okay, now it is time to prepare my router. As you can see, I brought the big router bit in, this one, and I have a little bit of a problem safety wise. As you can see, the router bit itself is bigger than the cutout in the base plate. So if I really release the router, it would lead to the point that the router bit is catching inside the base plate and destroying. Either the router bit will be destroyed or the base plate, or both, most probably both. So here's a little bit of force in these springs, and I really want to prevent that. I don't want to have that happen by accident. So I will install a little kind of catch, and I use this gouge here with the single depth screws, and I will replace one of these to catch the bit in that very last position, so that nothing can happen here. Okay, now this is the setup as we have it. The router with router bit and the dust extraction port. I play around with the position of the dust extraction a little bit, and you have to do that with your own router as well, so that your dust extraction fits to the router bit you have. I chose as the side rails, I chose this aluminum rails. These are more or less just normal aluminum profiles. They are not bending, they are very stiff. So yeah, a bonus is that they have a little scale on the side, so if I have to move it for the next router run, I can just read how far I move the whole fence system. That's an advantage, I think. If I have to elevate that a little bit because the workpiece is thicker, then I put some plywood on that corners, and everything comes up with the same distance. The workpiece itself, it's the same procedure. I have 3 points on what I added a little wooden block. If I have to elevate it because the router bit is not sticking out very much, then I put a thicker piece of wood exactly on the same positions, and then I fix the whole workpiece with these brackets again. So yeah, that's pretty much the setup. Let's give it a test run. Alright, we finished our first workpiece with that nice jig we have here. That's a very smooth surface now, and there's not much difference in between the single router runs. So yeah, a little bit sanding and we're good to go. That means that the whole construction is stiff enough to cope with the pressure I applied to the system while moving the router. So I would stick to that design. Works pretty good. During the process I had to readjust the height of the workpiece. I did that with my nice clamping system that's very easy, and I added different material sizes to level the workpiece up again. I recommend doing it on 3 spots, as it is then like a tripod and it will never jiggle. Pretty easy. Dust extraction. Don't get the wrong idea, it is a messy thing to do here, but the dust extraction really helps. I improved it a little bit by adding this brush strip, as this brush strip defines the airflow in the dust extraction system. It helps catching a lot of dirt. That works really good. But anyways, I would suggest wearing a respirator or doing it in the outdoors or whatever. Just protect yourself. Yeah guys, that's pretty much everything from my side now. If you have any questions about the project, post a comment below, I will return to you. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I hope I see you soon. Happy crafting!